Hi, I wanted to talk about this monthly zine I subscribe to by Instagram user Mr. Pierce Teach, Mrpeaorceteach. He describes himself as an armchair Peanuts expert. And so what he does once a month is that he just will copy and put together in a zine the daily strips for, in this case, October 1974 of the Peanuts comics, just the dailies, not the color. And just so you know, I paid for a 6-month subscription, and I haven't done all the math in my head, but he's barely got to break even. I think he probably breaks even, if not lose a little bit of money. I mean, he's pretty good in the shipping and everything. I'm sure it is all done cheaply, but this is not taking money out of Fantagraphics' pocket, in case anybody thinks it might be. And so it's interesting. I enjoy getting these things in the mail and these real simple daily cartoons, and I like them all collected, but I don't necessarily want to buy a $60 book that has hundreds of pages. I'm not that much of a fan, but I grew up reading Peanuts. I used to read the collections that were printed back when I was in middle school in the 70s that were collected then. I really enjoy reading these. And so if you're interested in them, you should reach out to him, DM him. Not sure when he's doing another subscription or so, but this is just really just nice. It's fun that once in a while to get in the mail, get an envelope, you open up, you got a comic inside, and you got something that you can just read, and it doesn't take a lot of investment. And if you've never read these before, they're fun. And if you've read them before, it's like a nice walk down memory lane. And he always puts some kind of anecdote, he'll talk about this pen, and he goes, "This pen was one of the most wild and nightmarish made in 1974." It's a piano going out of a sewer pipe into like falls or something. And then this one, he included two because he mailed one out and it got returned by the post office for some reason. And this is the story called "The Ballad of Peppermint Patty." This is Mr. Pierce Teach drawing himself, and he's just doing a little intro, and he's saying that he's not even sure if it's ever been collected under one cover before, but this at the time was a 6-week story about Peppermint Patty, and this was the longest story that Charles Schulz had done up until that time. This is from November 4th to December 1974. And so it's a Peppermint Patty story. It involves Franklin, the black character. And it's interesting because at the end of the story, there's two things that are noted. One, the storyline collected in the zine was what they used to create She's a Good Skate, Charlie Brown. It was a primetime animated special in 1980. But there's also this one strip here where she's skating. Well, they're both skating, and Franklin's like, "Hey man, I'm practicing hockey." And Peppermint Patty says, "Well, I'm doing a figure skating competition." And so they're both arguing. She's like, "Well, how am I going to become a great figure skater?" He's like, "Well, how am I going to become a great, hockey player?" And then Peppermint Patty just says, "How many black players in the NHL, Franklin?" And and he talks about how that was kind of brave in 1974 to do. Just to kind of point out that inequity, because Peanuts is usually this safe comic, and so just doing that, even though it was 74 and it was several years after the civil rights movement, still took quite a bit of guts for him to do, because you turn off a lot of readers. The people get their non-confrontational or things that don't make them think. They like it that way. So I just thought that was very interesting, and just a little write-up by him. These are just nice little things to get in the mail. It costs very little for 6 months. I think it was $12 or $13 when I say very little. And I think this is just a nice thing to get in the mail, especially if you're a Peanuts fan. And this is really just, I think, a passion project for this gentleman. That's really it. I hope you may be interested in checking it out and supporting this scene. Thanks.